It's fun time.
I had to stop that. Deli Ground Radio is a Terrance Series show. We back in full effect. We in the building. Shane, you the man.
Thank you.
Shane is the man. Shane, we were sitting here trying to figure out how in the world we was going to get this speaker to work. We took a half an hour. We got it done. We're here. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that.
It wasn't even the speaker's fault, too.
It wasn't even the speaker's fault. But now that we're on and we're live and now we get to hear the music.
Yeah.
We are good because you can't have a radio show and not hear the music.
Yeah, if you're gonna play music, you gotta play that.
You gotta play the music. That's the whole point of the radio show, is to hear the music. But we're here and we live, man. So listen, man, what's going on with you, man? How was your weekend?
It was alright. Pretty boring.
Just going, yeah. So anybody out there, man? So this month of August, I explained to Shane that I will not have any co-hosts or anything like that. Starting in September, I'm running a campaign. If you want to come on and if you want to guest host and see if you got what it takes to be part of the Terrance Henry Show, you're more than glad to be here because it's going to be something special. I'm just letting you know that the team is definitely going to be, it's revamping, the show's revamping to something special, to another level. I appreciate the ones that came through, showed their talents, but now it's time to move on to bigger, better things. You know? Sure. Also, I want to bring up, I also want to talk about, so let's just jump in the topic.
All right, yeah.
Let's jump in the topic. So,
sure.
Apparently, happened down in, I didn't follow the story too much. I wasn't going to.
Oh, in Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it, but the reason why I wanted to talk about it because everybody's talking about it.
Yeah,
so I guess
and it kind of needs to be talked about.
It needs to be talked about. So, Shane, I didn't really. So, from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
All right, it was a protest with college students. What was it, Friday night, Saturday night, or something like that?
I believe on Friday night.
Right.
There was an assembly by a bunch of right-wingers, as we'll refer to them initially.
Oh! Okay.
Basically, in Virginia and a lot of southern states, they're removing Confederate statues. Like statues honoring Confederate soldiers and like generals and things like that.
Okay.
Thing is, the city's removing them because they resemble, an old war that was fought over slavery.
Right.
And that these people were on the losing and opposing side.
Right.
These people wanted to keep slavery. So these are statues that they're taking down. Now, the people that gathered on Friday night were a culmination of college students all carrying torches to protest the statue being taken down because they don't want it being taken down.
Wow. These are college students.
For the most part.
Wow. So these are people that are future.
But they're not all from the same place. They're from all over. They came from all over to do this.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, they were there for a rally that they were referring to as Unite the Right, which is basically all of the different subsections of white nationalists and racists and Republicans and the alt-right, as they're referred to, as they like calling themselves. They all basically gathered to squash their differences and say we have to come together as one big white family.
Wow.
I use
so
those
these
words.
assholes going down there trying to cause
like
terror.
carrying like legit like Nazi flags with swastikas on them and Confederate flags, and I believe one of the chants that they were screaming was "fuck you faggots."
Wow.
Yeah.
A bundle of sticks.
Huh?
A bundle of sticks.
Yeah, sure. We can.
Okay.
Sure. But yeah, so basically they're there just to say like they're against the immigration and all that, and they're saying like things like "Hail Hitler" and "Hail Trump." They're walking around marching, saying things like "blood and soil," which is an old Nazi slogan. They're doing the hand in the air.
The hand thing.
Yeah.
This is my whole thing with all this, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, racism is still alive and always.
I think it's actually becoming more popular because of our president.
Yeah, it is. It is becoming a lot more popular because of him. Because he, as much as he may not say he is,
Whoa, did he not say he is?
Yeah.
When confronted with the question,
Right.
do you want the support of white nationalists, he walked away and refused to answer.
Right. So clearly, we all know that he's not my president, but the president is pretty much, I believe so, is a racist, and I know a lot of people out there will agree with me on them terms.
Oh yeah. I mean, I believe, I'm not sure how true this is, but one of the things that's been spreading around online is that Donald Trump's father, 90 years ago, was arrested at a KKK rally.
KKK, I heard about that. I talked about that previously early in one of my shows when he was at the old location.
Okay.
About that, that he was there and he got arrested and so forth for that. I mean, listen, ever since he's been in office at this point, a lot of people have coming out the woodwork. People have been showcasing their display for racism. I believe that we can't get any further with anything if we still have these type of things and events that's going on in our country. It kind of saddens me that I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
At the same time, these things going on, but
right.
It's like we haven't gotten nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've gotten somewhere, but I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that I feel like these racists are a little bit more stupid than the old racists.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're not wearing masks,
No.
which means when their pictures go online, they can be found and fired.
Yeah.
Which there's actually a Twitter account doing that.
Yeah.
Is finding them in pictures and then going on their Facebook and then getting them fired from the places they work at.
I just believe that, with the thing that's going down there and, the protests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just like me, protests, I don't believe in it.
Right.
I don't believe in protests. I feel like protests don't get you anywhere but just showcasing your disbelief of certain events.
I mean, I kind of disagree with that.
But you gotta think about Shane. They're walking. They're saying it. This has been going on for years,
right?
And
but the true power that march holds, that march like that holds, is the coverage, right? Like the media and the news.
Media?
No. Listen, I mean, at its forefront, yes, marching down the street does not make change.
It doesn't make any change,
right? But
I'm listening.
when you have your message being vocalized into the air on the streets,
right.
A bunch of people stopping traffic, walking down the street, news agencies show up, suddenly your message is getting to more ears, more people become involved in it, and then next thing you know, you're creating real change because powerful people who have the ability to create that change, believe in what you're saying, right? Which is why the white nationalist racist protest march, or whatever you want to call it, rally, whatever you want to call it, is dangerous because they get their voice heard, and then people who believe in them go, oh, I'll march with them because I don't like what this person's doing.
Right.
The person may not be specifically racist, but they like President Trump, and those people are President Trump supporters. So next thing you know, they're part of the same people.
People that are President Trump supporters, they don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, but then you have the people who are against the racists, which are I believe there's like a group called Antifa. Which,
I think, wasn't they down there when the guy got in the car and killed
Antifa stands for anti-fascists,
right?
Which don't like the presidency, they don't like the government, they don't like the cops, they think everything's corrupt, and they want a free, beautiful, integrated society. But they'll do violence to do it, right? They'll punch people, they'll burn things down, they'll cause riots to get their message across, which doesn't help when you want people to come on your side. I mean, certain radicalists will be like, oh yeah, I'm right there with you.
Right.
But certain people will just be like, yeah, I'm not going to punch somebody, but I believe what you're saying.
So let me ask you this question.
Sure.
Since this is done, right, and all these things has happened, now what?
I'm not sure. I mean, the thing is, everybody wants this to be a turning point, right? Like someone died.
Three people, I think, died.
Well, no, okay. Well, one of them was hit by a car, and two were police officers who died in a helicopter crash that is believed to be linked to the rally because they crashed into a drone, I believe the story was. Not sure how true that is. Again, I'm getting all my information from Twitter.
Right, of course.
But someone had a drone, helicopter crashed into the drone, 2 officers died. Actually, state troopers died. Who were there to just, keep the peace, and they couldn't because they died. The woman who died by the car accident, I mean, have you seen that video? There's a couple of them. Of the car slamming into all the people.
I've seen it.
Yeah. There's a couple different ones. I saw one that was like really up close, and there was like blood all over the windshield of a car. It's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, the guy that did it came all the way from Ohio.
Yeah, he came all the way from Ohio. A lot of those races did. Like that's the thing. It's like everyone thinks that rally is all locals. It's not. Those people came from all over Dakota, like North Dakota, South Dakota, Louisiana, Ohio. They came from all over to do that. Now, granted, there's only that many from all over the place. I mean, they're not all locals. You're not going to have this many people in like just Philadelphia or just New York.
So this is the since we bringing up this topic, I'm going to convert this into the topic that I had.
Sure.
I was talking to somebody and I said we got to get to the point of why. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, understand from this is a belief that people want things to be, rationally old-fashioned, maybe take things back to where they used to be. But rationally, when I think about what people do, you have to ask yourself, why? If you're hurting people, why do you want to hurt people? Why do you do the things that you do? Why did that guy thought running into a whole group of people was going to solve anything? Why?
Well, that's the clear answers.
Right, but they're not. Because let me tell you why. And hear what I'm telling you why I don't think so.
Sure.
Clearly he knew he had to somewhat get in trouble. He probably wasn't even rationally thinking about what the hell he was doing.
No, probably not.
Right? Why would you think it would be okay, this dummy, to run your car into a group of people, back your car up, and don't think you're not going to get in trouble?
Well, I don't think he was worried about getting in trouble. I think he knew he was going to get in trouble.
Right.
I think he did it with the intent to send a message saying that this is what happens when you mess with these people.
But my whole thing is that he's going to sit in prison and he's going to have time to what? Think.
Yeah.
What the fuck he did.
But,
and after over time, he's going to realize how dumb it was.
Yeah, all right, but you're also remembering that this is someone who, one, probably has money, two, is white. In America's legal system.
Yeah, he is white.
I mean, everyone's thinking that, he's going to go to jail for years when, he's only charged with second-degree manslaughter.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the only thing he's charged with.
He's charged with second-degree So, let me ask you. If he was black.
Yeah.
And he ran into a group of people.
Sure.
You think he could get electrocuted?
I think they put him away for, if not life, they probably put him away for years beyond what he would last. I think this guy, he's going to go to jail for maybe a year, maybe get out in 6 months on probation.
Yeah, probation?
I guarantee it.
You can't edit that though, but you said probation.
Probation?
You did say that.
I did say probation. I'll do my own on that.
I just really, I don't know, man. It's not, to me, it's just like, you got to start taking action. And my thing is that you have to start taking some type of action if you want to get things done.
Yeah.
All right, I tell people all the time, if you want to do any type of protesting, stop going and supporting some of these local places or these people that you spend your money at. I tell them, stop going. Stop going.
Well, certain places.
No, certain places where where it's in high demand. Stop going. You shut down the money. You shut down. Then you get people to really start being.
Well, that's one of the things that started. I believe it was called. It was like a big boycott organization. I think it was led by Sean King. Do you know who Sean King is?
No. The CNN guy?
No. The Black Lives Matter. He's one of the heads of Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
He's a journalist for a newspaper in New York, I believe, and he's light skinned, so people are always constantly calling him out because no one thinks he's actually black. Everyone thinks he's really white, but he's clearly mixed raced.
Wow.
But he was organizing this whole thing with like a bunch of other people where they were finding out which organizations, which companies support President Trump and support these races and things like that, and then boycotting those products.
Yeah.
Which is like, don't shop here, don't buy this product, don't buy this, don't shop here.
Who's the number one consumer in the country? I'm not going to get you to say I'll see you. I don't want to get you in trouble. So, black people.
Oh, okay.
Black people is the number one consumer.
Black people.
Yes. Are the number one consumer of buying things in this country. It is.
Well, I think everyone buys it.
No, everything, but we're the most that we buy the most.
Do you have a source on that?
Yes. I wish I would have brought it in. But it's been facts that African Americans buy more than others of unnecessary stuff.
Okay, so material things.
Right.
Okay.
Mercedes Benzes,
rims on the car,
rims,
chains.
all the shit is not necessary that we need because we feel it makes us feel superior, it makes us feel important.
Okay.
So we're the biggest spenders because of our insecurities. Some of us. I'm not going to say all of us, but some of us. Stuff that doesn't really matter.
Right.
Stuff that we want, but not stuff that we need.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
So that being said, Black Friday comes around. It's the reason why they probably call it Black Friday. Say no, it's a joke.
Actually, Black Friday started in Philadelphia, you know that?
Right, I didn't know that. But all I know is that after Thanksgiving, people eating their meals, people are going to be out shopping.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how
I go to bed.
Exactly. And people don't go. But trust me, they'll be out there getting them flat screen TVs and everything like that. It's funny that every year somebody gets a damn flat screen. Like, damn, y'all didn't get the ones from last year?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it might have broken. They might have a new one come out.
A new
trade it in.
A new smart TV come out, and it's probably like the same TV, but they say it's a new TV.
My dad just bought a new TV today.
Really?
Yeah. 4K thing he didn't even need. Just ridiculous.
A 4K damn TV. A 4K TV. Oh, it looks so real. It looks the same, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's a difference. I can argue that point. There is a difference.
I mean,
but I think we're getting off topic now.
No, yeah, but the whole point is that with all the events and things that's going down, I just feel as though nothing's got resolved. It only made things worse.
I mean, the people that were rallying, the white people that were rallying in Virginia, are part of a plan to organize 11 different white racist organizations to come together as one organization and then start a race war.
Yeah, but look where they protested. They didn't go where all the black people was at because they knew it would have been hell.
I mean, there were black people there. Black people definitely got hurt.
Yeah, but they wasn't where all of them was at because trust me and believe.
Oh yeah. You're not gonna be able to get one of those rallies in North Philly or some shit like that. You're not gonna be able to have
it. No, if it was in North Philly, I don't even think they would gotten anywhere close.
They would be there for a half hour and be run off the block.
Yeah, they would be because people in North Philly probably look for trouble like that. What? Who?
Oh yeah.
Up.
Looking to stop somebody.
Man. Look, we're gonna come back to another side, Terrance and the show. We're gonna talk a little bit about more. We got my man coming in soon, OddBall Nur. Terrance Henry Show. Come back to another side, y'all. Yeah. Back, Deli Grind Radio's Terrance Henry Show with Live Full Effect in the building. We got a special guest in the building. OddBall Nur isn't here. His team isn't here. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Logan's finest, I'm going to say, because he is from Logan.
I appreciate that for sure, man.
Oh, man. Tell me, man.
Stand up.
Yeah, what's been good with you, man? What's been popping?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling a lot this year. I've been, staying low, working.
Right.
Basically working on my project Euphoria that's about to come out. Other than that, basically it's just basically I'm still in the stages of defining myself as an artist right now. You think what I'm saying? So I know I'm not where the point where I want to be, so I'm still,
it's funny you say that.
Practicing on myself.
It's funny you say that. I think a lot of people when they get towards success on that, we always feel like we're not where we want to be, right?
Right.
But guess what? You're exactly where you need to be right now until you get to that spot. Trust me, man. Life, it's a journey. And then when you're on your path, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some slumps. You're gonna have some roads. You're gonna always feel like you can do more. You know, that's what keeps driving you. That's what keeps pushing you.
Right.
This is here. Oh, this ain't good enough. I need to go back and do this. So don't just remember that. I encourage every artist, anybody that's doing anything, just to remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciate that, bro.
No problem, man. That's what I'm here for.
So, and basically, besides that, we got the whole Slumber, that Slumber 16 situation. That's the clothing, that's the brand.
Yeah.
YTA, he the mastermind behind that. So,
I can tell by the head.
Yeah.
I can tell by the head. Tell by the head. I see somebody with green. I say, you know what? He got something up his sleeve. Something's going on. Let me know who this guy is, man. Let me talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So, let me ask you. So, I heard some of the tracks, right? I feel it's like you definitely have your own unique style. As far as though it's kind of like separated from everybody else. Like sometimes you hear artists, you don't want to give them a chance because it's different.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're not listening to the lyrics. Right. You're not listening to what they're trying to say. And I feel it's like, even when the mumble rap came out, I'm not a big advocate of the mumble rap. But when you listen to it, you know what I mean, the futures and all like that, you're like, oh, all right, I get it. That Lane came out, and then all that, the wave of that, you know, that hey, everybody doing them, that dance, you know what I'm saying? So people accepted it. You know what I'm saying? I always listen to all types of music, and I was like, all right, man, you know what I mean? I like the flow. It's different. You know what I mean? That's the part of hip hop.
See, like, my thing with that is, like, that's how I felt like everybody was doing the same thing. Like, so I feel as though I had to basically live up to my name. Like, as far as being OddBall, my name is OddBall, so I gotta live up to that. When people certainly they can't just be like, oh, that's OddBall Nur. It's like he's the same as everybody else. So when I write music, my thing is I like to stay relevant. So you might hear a little bit of what's going on, but when you really like take it apart and dissect my music, it's like, no, it's not that. Like you said, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It can still be played with everything else. Like, I don't curse in none of my music.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Like, I don't curse. Like, but you still get the same thing. Like, it's like, damn, it's that nigga over there spitting like the same thing. But it's at the same time it's different because it's so many levels to it.
Let me ask you. So the point where you're not cursing, like, well, what's the reason for you not cursing? Now, I this is what I said. This is something my grandma told me. She said, "You curse a lot, you ain't got too much to say." You know what I mean? That's what she said. But like, so, tell me the reason why you feel as though, you know.
Honestly, if I tell you, like, it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing.
That's what I want to hear. I want to know.
Like, all right, the thing, this what it is. This what it is. Like, honestly, like, first and foremost, if my mama heard me curse, she gonna tear me up. Like, seriously, and that go back to me being this kid. Like, so genuinely, that's where it stimulates from. So it's like, I don't want to just be heard by the young kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't just want to be heard by people that's like 25s. I want people that's in their 40s and 50s to be like, this young cat now, he doing something. He got something to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be appealing to everybody, blacks, whites, Hispanic. I don't care. I want to go, like, I got, I ain't even bring that, I ain't even got it on me, but I got somebody in Japan. No, seriously, not on no like crazy shit, but they can tell you, and it's on my Instagram, you can see it. Like, the boy in Japan, he made me like, it's like keychains. He made me a website too. He made me 2 websites. He was saying got my videos, my pictures, little bios. I mean, like, he did all that just on the strength that he liked my music. He's in Japan. I don't know how he heard my music, but I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that. Like, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, he made me little keychains, but they was like bottle openers at the same time. So you think I'm saying? Like, something simple, but it's useful. Like, you think I'm saying? And just him, like, doing that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
So let me ask y'all a question.
More than just
I'm preaching more than like, basically that's what it is. Like, I'm just.
Do you feel like, you know, being in Philly, like, you know, as far as though, like, somebody always overseas in Japan, you getting that much support, but here in our own city, you can't even get nobody to really support the whole movement. I mean, why do y'all think is that? You know what I'm saying?
I just see what it is I think, me personally, I think what it is like, as far as Philadelphia, I think is that Philadelphia is like, it's a lot of talented people in Philadelphia. You think what I'm saying? But everybody's so focused on being that number one, you think what I'm saying, being that hot person, like, they just want everybody to genuinely just flock to them. So at the same time, you got a lot of people that's like, no, he ain't hotter than me, I'm hotter than him. You think what I'm saying? That's where that attitude come in at. You think what I'm saying? And what it is that people don't understand that when you come together, you think what I'm saying? First of all, strengthening numbers, that always been fact. Like,
we all in the same boat, man.
When you got this person from down here from Southwest teaming up with this person in Northeast, to teaming up with this person down in Logan, to team up with this person in Uptown, like, everybody coming together and bringing it together, like, it's that's how success happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? And basically what Philly do is they won't really start backing the nigga until a nigga is already on and popping. Like, I guarantee if Uzi was out here doing what he was doing before he even was mainstream, people would be like, no, we not rocking with that nigga. No, he's weird. This nigga got green hair. He got a fucking, look at his shirt. He got a slumber shirt on. Like, what is he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But being on the strength that he's from Philly and he's different, Philly, they gonna say Philly gonna rock with you. That's the one thing I like about Philly. You from Philly and you putting on, they gonna rock with you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. And right now, I think at the same time, still people still stuck on the Meek wave that's going on. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so, like Meek's still here. Like, he's still home. So you dig what I'm saying? It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be hard at the same time to really get on as far as being, because he's as far as the type of artist that he is wise. You dig what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard, like, because he's a street rapper. You dig what I'm saying? He's a rapper that's telling you basically the trap life. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think, you know, talented person. That's, you know, as far as with me, but I just feel as though it's so massive. You have a massive, broader talent here in the city. You know what I mean? As far as everything. I mean, when people look at Meek, people just can't just say, "Oh, Meek is the only one in Philadelphia." There's so many other
and I agree with that a lot. I agree with that, and like you just saying, I've run into a couple of artists like I knew for real that I think is talented than the people that's like getting the shine that they get, but at the same time, it falls back into the work ethic.
You think it's politics involved?
There's a lot of politics involved.
Why you say that?
Because I feel like if you don't dig it, you don't get nowhere in Philadelphia. You really got to dig right in Philadelphia to get to where you want. And I'm just not that type of person to just be dig riding. Like, you see a lot of rappers hopping click in Philly. Like, you've seen it so many times. Like Willie Mills, for example, hopping click, shit like that. Like, I feel like that's the only way niggas really get on in Philly, just dig riding. Like,
so it goes back to what I was saying is, like, you know, as far as that we gotta unite.
Right.
So that can't be, the excuse of, the dick riding part, but it's like, I think we gotta work together. You just can't be in the group. We ain't gotta like be hanging around each other, but we can work together. Right. We have a good working friendship.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I think that's where a lot of people don't understand is, like, as far as when they separate themselves. Look, you ain't gotta call me up like we friends and all like that, whatever the case may be. But for the sake of the music and for what the city is for, then we can do some business and like come together. And that's what it should be all about. I think sometimes people don't know how to separate the two.
It's like people want to see you doing good in Philly, but they don't want, like, and it goes for rap to me. Like, people want to see you doing good in rap, but not better than them.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the same Philly mentality that everybody have, in my opinion. Like, I just want to, you cool and all, like, your music good and all, but my shit right now, like, I need my shit, fuck that nigga, my shit, like, that's
why nobody can get to the top.
Exactly.
You can't do that. Like, if somebody hot, you put them on.
Bro,
right. You know what I mean? They know you know them, because that way it's still something.
There's definitely nothing wrong with saying, yo, bro, your shit fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, like, just saying something that small, you know what I mean? And you don't even know it the whole time. He probably been looking at you like, yo, his wave, his shit nice. Like, I want to be like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you could just walk, yo, I like that joint. That shit was hot. You know what I'm saying? Even if his shit wasn't as fired as it is, you just saying, yo, bro, this shit was cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? You being that one person, ain't nobody in the crowd clap. You could have been the only person to clap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that make an artist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like when you go through shit like that, you got stuff to talk about. Like, excuse my language.
No, you straight, man. No, you good, man.
But like, that's just, I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. Like, me personally, like, that's just how I see it for. Like, we just gotta show more love out here, man.
We do.
That's all it is.
We do. Like, I got a radio show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the same thing, but we know with the radio.
Yo, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're the first person to be like, come up here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, In my mind, I'm like, all right, he just said, come up here. I ain't gonna ask him how much you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna ask him how much you think. I'm saying, they might be like, but I'm gonna just wait for him to throw the numbers out there. You know what I'm saying? But he never said it to me once. Every other radio station, they like, yeah, we need, but at the same time, I'm like, why is artists paying to come on to basically, y'all, we at the same level right there. Like, we on the same platform. You think the only thing is, you investing in radio, I'm investing in music. Exactly. I want to make it, you want to play it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fair exchange, no robbery. Because when you get on, I could be like, yo, I remember when I interviewed him.
Right.
And I'm like, I will always remember
and
that.
And he gonna be like, no, we going. You think I'm saying he might want to come back, bro? How your situation going? All right, here, take this. You think I'm saying? I appreciate. Like, I can understand Power 99. You think I'm saying 103.9? Saying no, bro.
They don't even charge nobody though. So
and that's what make it even worse.
They don't even charge nobody.
Make it worse. Like,
it's politics, crazy. Man. It's politics.
Yeah.
I would never charge no artist to come up on here. I just think that's the dumbest thing ever is to charge an artist to come up on here, especially when they out here grinding, doing their thing. I'm out here grinding, doing my thing.
Right.
I said the money gonna be there. It's gonna get there eventually. But while I'm here, man, if I can touch and reach to any artist that's doing their thing that's consistent, putting them on. Putting them on. That's just real rap. I'm not gonna say, yo man, yeah, slime me 25 people. I don't need it. Just come up, let's talk. If I can talk to you out on the street,
right,
I can talk to you behind these mics. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's all love.
That's real, man.
That's all love, man. Like I was never like that. I feel like when you get to it, like I told myself, I said, once I get to that platform, when I'm on that stage, everybody that I talk to from the first time I did my radio show, I'm bringing them all on to get that shine. Right. You know what I mean? Because I know who those people are. I'm not going to be Hollywood and say, no, you can't come on. No, you still doing your thing?
Right.
Send me the music. Come up to the show. Right. I'm playing it. I'm supporting it. I'm playing it. It's cool with me. Because money going to come, you going to get it regardless. Right. If you a man, you a hustler, you going to get your bread. So it ain't going to matter.
That's all it is.
But some people just feel as though they need valid, like they need to just be like, man,
they need that verification.
I think it was one show, I think an artist was telling me they was charging like $150 for like an hour. I said, what? $150.
For at a studio?
At a studio. No, not a studio. Just to be on air.
Oh my goodness.
I said $150. I said, who are they? They not Charlamagne the Guy, the Breakfast Club. Like, what's going on here, man? Like, we doing this now?
Ain't even making breakfast.
Listen, man, we're about to get in some of your music right now. We're about to get in what's this Already 2M?
Oh yeah, already. The 2M, that's just
okay, 2M.
Alright, that's just the big version. But the name of the song is called Already. So that's basically one of the songs that's I'm about to we actually working on a concept for the video now. Well, actually we just got done the concept, so basically we just in the preparations of just figuring out who we want to shoot it, because we want the right look, basically.
The vision to be right.
Right, you think I'm saying? So, and like I said, me having the right person, I don't want my video to be the same, like nothing, like OddBall. When you see them videos, I don't want you to be like, oh, that's an OddBall video. Like, you know how when people see like little stuff like from Kanye's, they be like, oh, that's a Kanye sample. You know what I'm saying? Or that's a Kanye thing. Like, you hear that sound, like people have their own sounds. You think what I'm saying? And their own look, basically. So when people see OddBall and hear OddBall, I want the video to match the music. You know what I'm saying? I want them all together just. You know what I'm saying? So Already is basically, that song was just, it's just a fun-filled type song. So, and that being said, it's more so like, how can I explain it? Like, basically it's just, like, we all ready for everything, any situation. Like, you think what I'm saying? We ain't on bad vibes, you think what I'm saying? Right. But, you think what I'm saying? We gonna turn up, we gonna have fun, but at the same time, I'll let you know, don't bring it away, bro. I'm cool with all that.
Not the goofy stuff, right?
Like, I ain't with all that. You think what I'm saying? I show love. You know what I'm saying? So, it's already just a little fun joint to have fun with, man.
All right, well, let's get into it. Already, you got OddBall in the building, man. Terrance Henry Show. Let's get it.
And you know that.
Yeah. Oh, we back. Daily Grind Radio, it's the Terrance Henry Show. We back before effect. We in the building. We got OddBall Nur in here. Logan's finest. He
No
definitely
bad.
Yeah, man. So I want to ask you a question. How did you get your name?
Oh man, that's a funny story. All right,
And that's why
it's not really funny, but you know, I just like to say it makes it sound good. Honestly, OddBall originally came from these two guys right here, YTA, You Should the Artist, and Track Jimmy.
Okay.
They originally, them two started a squad called the OddBall Click.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And me and him is related. This is my cousin. So genuinely, I'm like, yo, I was in my own group of mine. Me and him, we was rapping together. Just came bad life right here.
Okay. What's up, K-Bad?
Quiet.
Yeah. Quiet.
That's his movement.
Quiet.
That's his movement. Bad like 215. That's his movement. But me and him was rapping together basically, and I used to just see them like, and I'm just like, yo, they pop and they done won best new group artist 1 year and everything. So they just moving, and then I'm like. It just got to a point like when me and him just like we just left the music alone for a little bit and we wasn't really doing it like we was. And then one day I got a call, I never forget, I got a call from YTA Yusha, 7 o'clock in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. Bro, I'm sick. What do you want? Like, he like, bro, I mean, I talked to the squad, they want you to come down. They like, yeah, I mean, come down me, but you might as well link up with us. 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, they do this rap thing for real. Like, I don't do this, man. I don't get up till like 1 o'clock. Like, we sleep, don't hit our phone, dog. Like, but they get up, bro. It's time to get this money. You know what I mean? So when they allowed me to join their situation, my name switched from Nur the Prince to OddBall Nur. So I'm like, and then after a while, it's just like, you know, I just been running strong and they just been on my back, like, bro, you got something, just go, bro. You got something, just go. And they been supporting me since day one, like, and even him, like me and him, even though he know me and him stopped rapping together, he been right, bro, I see you, bro, do it, bro. So you know what I'm saying, he's still with me, you know what I'm saying, and even with his situation, bad like 215, I support, bro, go, bro. Whatever y'all doing, keep moving, y'all need me, I'm here, bro. Yeah, I post they stuff too, just like I post mine. Like Slumber Garrett, post that just like I post mine. So, you know what I mean? To answer your question, basically, that's where OddBall Nur came from. It came from the group OddBall Clip. So,
let me ask you a question, right? So,
shout out to Free Champ.
Yeah, shout out to Free Champ. Okay. Free Champ. So let me ask, what artists would you like to work with? I don't care if they don't, whether it be mainstream, whatever. What is your artist that you would look forward to, like you want to work with?
I mean, well, if you say mainstream,
it don't matter. Mainstream.
I'm only saying mainstream because business-wise, I'm working books. So, I think right now, it's hard, man. It's hard. That's a good question. I'll keep real. It's hard because I like.
You're number one.
I like. I not see. I like Uzi, so they gonna expect for me to say Uzi. But you think I'm saying? I think me and Uzi is kind of like. In the same category. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So,
I can see it a little bit.
Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I like Uzi, so genuinely, the people that I like, I'm gonna try to, you know, not try to sound like, but I tell you, like, you know, take a little bite of this, take a little bite of this, take it, I'm coming with my own style. Like, you know, so that's how I do my music. So, when me personally, generally I'm not gonna say him because it's the same thing. So me personally, I probably have to say somebody like Kendrick Lamar or something like somebody crazy that's gonna bring that different type of monster out of me that I need.
I can see y'all two doing the joint back and forth.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be crazy, something like that. I ain't even think about it like that. But if you now that you like that'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy, nigga, Kendrick.
Yeah, back and forth.
That'd be crazy, like.
Keep up,
and I like, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I would want to work. That's what I'm saying.
In the booth.
I feel like nobody, unless it's like him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can stand with anybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Him, you gotta try to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I know I can do it, but that's where he one of the few artists that probably make me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to keep up with it because I know he gonna do this joint. Like I know he gonna flame.
Yeah, I can see you and Kendrick doing something together.
That'd be crazy.
Just beyond the fact that the way y'all styles are is in that category.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't say J. Cole because that's on
I thought about it. I really thought about saying.
Y'all can do a song.
No,
I'm just thinking about pace wise, like you said.
I was about to say that.
Right.
The pace, right?
Cold too slow.
Yeah, it's
Cold too slow for ball.
Yeah. So let me tell me about the song "Mine."
Mine. Oh man, that's my baby. Mine. That is actually. Let me tell you something about that song. That is I wrote that song for a Gilly competition I was doing for him. So I'm like, I ain't really got no new music. I'm like, I need to go there and I need to claim this spot. Like, even though I didn't win the show, I still love it. You know what I'm saying? But I went to the second round. So, but I'm just like, I need something. I was riding in the car one day and I'm just like, I had the beat playing. I'm just like, yo, man, I need something. And then that's what I did. I said, damn, I wonder what Uzi would say to this. I wonder what Uzi would say to this joint. Like, so I started playing around. I heard the beat went off. I was just instantly like, mine. Like, and then like, the funny thing came from, like, I thought about Finding Nemo. The birds, they was like, mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, I'm about to draw. Like, everybody making songs about anything else. Like, so I'm like, all right, I'm about to draw. I'm about to just do it my way. We just gonna put that OddBall Nur stamp on it. Like, and then I started basically, just talking about me, what I had. Like, me, what's mine? What do I have? Like, they gonna say I have my own car. They gonna say I have my own chip. They gonna say, like, I got my, like, you think I'm saying mine. I'm talking about mine. You know what I'm saying? And when I performed that song that night, I think I barely knew the words, but by the end of that song, the crowd was like, mine. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, like, I came up with the own little mime dance, like, you know what I'm saying? And that just all came from the spirit of the moment. So when I did the dance on stage, Gilly the Kid was on the stage, like, they're trying to do the dance too, like, you know what I'm saying? And the footage is on YouTube, so for people to see it, like, but it's like, that song is just like, that's the song where I got the biggest, like, attention from, like, that's the song that people, like, people don't even know my name, they be like, that's the Mind Ball, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and him was walking into a show and the boy was like, yo, bro, I know you, right? You the mind boy. Like, I forgot your name, bro. Like, he said this to me. Like, I ain't even walked in the door yet.
I'm gonna look that up on YouTube.
I'm like, yo, like, and that was the first time me performing that song. That's why I had to put it up there. I said, I'm gonna just put it up there. I don't care who see it, who don't see it, but genuinely, this is for me. Like, they saying, I want to remember this day because this song, that day made me realize that this song got the potential to really be something crazy in the right hands and me going about it the right way as far as the business. Like,
so let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, mine.
And you know that.
All right, yo, right here. Yeah.
Turn around, bro.
I just want to say he was doing that dance before Uzi.
I'm gonna keep it. I swear, and that is so real, yo. That's the funny thing, man.
He was doing that,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I be trying so hard, like, cause I really listen to a lot of Uzi, so that's why I be trying to stay as far as like. You know what I mean? So I don't sound like him, basically. Like, because, genuinely, you listen to people, like, you might not try to, you might not even realize it, but just genuinely, for the love of music, you tend to mimic them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to, like, be me as far as possible. Like, I know that Uzi thing is, like, I know, like, a song like that is modern day time. Like, you think I'm saying? People is gonna love that joint. That's what I'm saying. We gotta get it in the right hands. You know what I'm saying? Put the right type of bread and back in it. the paperwork into it so we can get this joint.
The visual,
The visual gotta be crazy. Like it's so crazy. Like, man, that joint is everything, man. I like that joint, man.
Yeah, I like the dance.
I like that joint.
I like that dance, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of that's what OddBall, you know, genuinely it means to be different. But Nur, that means light to shine. You think I'm saying? So I'm a different type of light. You think I'm saying? You would never hear no guns. None of that from me. Like, you're not gonna hear none of that goofy talk because I'm not on that time. I'm about greater vibes.
Did you just hear it? Yo,
I'm about greater vibes, bro. Like,
sorry.
I just said something to spark me up. Say it, bro.
Because
What I said, what is that talk like
Because listen, because he just said none of that goofy talk. You feel me?
Right.
He just said I won't never hear guns come out of his mouth. And he said none of that goofy talk to him. It's different goofies. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? Categories.
It's a different category of goofiness going on.
I'm like, it's real niggas in categories. You feel me? Like I mean,
like everybody's definition of real is different.
Right,
So nobody
that's
is
what I
really
mean.
real. Right. You get what I'm saying?
that's what I mean. How can we say he's not a real person? Like,
If our
that's
definition
hard.
is different,
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Right,
hard.
alright, so that's what you're saying.
That's hard.
Alright,
Shit going on right here.
hey, bro, listen, bro, I'm gonna keep real. That's how he is, bro.
And that's good, though.
Listen, we really be trying to dissect stuff and like really get down to the dirt, like see where this came from, like why is this like this?
Trying to dissect,
Because,
get a perspective on it.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, there's so many talks like this.
But those are good talks. I think, you know what's funny?
Right.
I think if you're around certain people and y'all not having no type of talks, you shouldn't be around them. You know what I mean? You gotta have somebody push your thought process.
Right. Real shit.
You gotta stay ahead.
These conversations
can't
do
always-
stimulate your
You gotta be
mind.
ready. You just gotta be ready to think outside the box, man.
But you know, a lot of people don't though. Some people just stagnant to where they at and they don't
Can't
get
be
nowhere.
afraid.
And then when you start talking like that, it's like, what are you talking about, dog? What's this about? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Boy be on some weirdo shit.
Right,
Really, like,
man. Yeah.
then it's time. It's like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe he's on some weirdo shit, and his mind ain't there. Maybe just step off and just step away. You know what I mean?
A lot of times it got to do with traveling also.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're definitely right. A lot of people don't know what that's like. A lot of people do not get out and travel. And when you meet different people that's elevating on certain levels, it expands your mind. Whether you traveling or whether you reading.
True.
That's another thing too. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't really understand that. You know. I'm about to get into this next song. It's called Stunning. Tell me a little bit about that. What you stunting on, man?
Stunning is
on everybody.
that came from just me wanting to mix something. That's another fun joint. That came from me, like I said, I need to mix something like different, and I think I was watching something on Facebook, and I was just watching. Oh, that's what it was. I was watching the Stone Cold joint.
Stone Cold, alright.
And they just had a clip of him just stuttering at everybody. Like, I mean, he was just going in, like, and I was just like, man, let me think. And I was just like, you know what? I want to be on some like Birdman type shit. Like, I want, you know, some flexing type time. Like they were saying. So Jenny, that's just where it came from. Like just me. Basically, genuinely, it came from the Stone Cold thing, but I just like put that eyeball twist on it and just, you know what I mean, elaborated just a little bit with it. Just try to have fun, basically.
Alright, good.
It's just a lot of fun. Man.
Let's get into it. Stunning right on the Terrance Henry Show. My man 8-Ball in the building. Let's go. Matter of fact, oh man, look at that. I was very, oh, there you go. I was ready to be a little bit nervous here. Oh man, here we go. Yeah, right on the Terrance Henry Show. Yeah. Okay, we back. Dudley Grind Radio on the Terrance Henry Show. We back before the factory in the building, man. We got my OddBall Nur in the building. This campus here too. Yeah. This was definitely like a dope interview, like with some real cool people, man.
Yeah, seriously, man.
You
always gotta be cool.
You do, you know, but you be surprised sometimes what you run across. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? This was definitely one of the dope ones for here, man. So before we get out of here, I want everybody to talk about what's coming up, projects, your Instagram, those things of that nature. You know, so you want to go first.
Alright, you follow me on Instagram, trap_Jimmy, Jimi, you know what I mean? They call me Trap Jimmy, Rockstar, Trap, Duffel for Society, 47 Benji Boys, Slumber Gang, you already know we in the building. You know what I mean? What's next for this group is we put in most of the music in a Nur Like we trying to get Nerd popping as fast as possible, most of real rap shit. And then we got the clothing line that's back in there as well, the summer gear and everything like that. So there's a lot of things in the future that we got going on, but mostly it's going to deal with fashion, a lot of fashion, and a lot of getting Nerd on. That's all right.
You know, I'm K, man. This is my boy. I support Slumber too. I'm a manager for Bad Life, so you can go check that out. Instagram, Bad Life 215, SoundCloud, Bad Life. You know, they got good music, a nice little young group coming up. Get the support from Nerd, you know. He helped them, you know. It's like my partner right there, so yeah.
And that's Bad Life with BADLYFE 215. But that's spelled it wrong?
No, you're perfect, bro. That's the actually the right thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm usually the artist, YTA215 on Instagram. I'm the creative director of Slumber 16, and it's going to be a hell of a 2018.
There we go.
2017 going out well. First 2016 we went in hard. 2017 we going out well. So 2018 gonna be super lit for us. I plan for us to be like Supreme is to New York. I mean, you feel me? So we're gonna be here for a while. I mean, it's just the beginning, and I'm glad that y'all are part of the beginning.
Take over Philly as we should.
Speak that into existence.
Y'all already know it's Rocky Bobby 47, you know. Slumber Gang, we in this. DOS, Bad Life, 47 Benji Boys.
Yeah.
Can't forget our cousin B Banks over there in Seattle doing her
Right.
thing.
Shout out Benzo, shout out Benzo.
Yeah,
Any change.
Any type of image, you know, Calada, you know, he changed, he doing his thing, you know, we got the whole camp, whole Logan on our back, so we just riding.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking about.
And you know that. And last and not least, I am OddBall Nur. That's OddBallNur. I mean, OddBall Nur. You think what I'm saying? So y'all can follow me on Instagram at OddBall Nur. You think what I'm saying? You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Black Planet, Christian Mingle, SoundCloud. Just like MySpace. You think what I'm saying? I definitely still do on there. I got 100,000 plays on there too. But no, seriously, what's next for me, I'm working on Euphoria. Basically, that mixtape is just going. Basically, you on that mixtape, that's actually my second project, and what you see is what you hearing. I'm sorry from me on that project is just basically me finding myself. You think what I'm saying? You hear me finding the lane that I want to be in and the music that I want to make. So it's just all about being in that zone. I was just in that zone when I was doing that project. Like this is nothing can stop me. You think what I'm saying? I'm just in the. I just feel good about everything that I'm doing right now. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Good. As you should be.
I had nothing to be mad about. Like,
Yes, you should
know what
be.
I'm saying? I'm not worried about nothing else, none of that. Like we just on our grind. We focus on us being number one at what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Slumber 16.
And I appreciate all of
coming
you.
Bad Life.
All that. Well, listen, man. RSVP is up next. It's the Terrance Henry Show. Thank y'all guys for having me. We gotta do a drop before we get out of here too, and then take a couple pictures or whatever like that. RSVP is up next. Terrance Henry Show. Make sure you check us out again next Sunday from 6 to 8. We out of here. Appreciate y'all fellas for calling in. OddBall, you was dope.
And you know that. Appreciate that. You DG Radio.
Let's get out of here. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's F Over Society, Slumber Gang in the building.
Slumber 16, Bad Life.
OddBall, Trap Jimmy, YTA, K Bad Life, you already fucking know. Shout out to Terrance here, best fucking radio show.
And you know that.
Fucking world, you already know that.
Make sure y'all check them out from 6 to 8 every Sunday. DG Radio, Terrance House, Timmy.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna rock with it. No, you got it. Because he big as Terrance House.
You know what I'm saying? We're playing it now. You know what I'm saying? Terrance House is Terrance House. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? So yo, real rap, man. Make sure y'all check out DG Radio, the Terrance Henry Show, every Sunday 6 to 8. It's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.